Competitor breaking Amazon's rules, here's how to report them. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group. Let's dive in. Okay, so first you're gonna go to Amazon and find the ASIN that's breaking the rules. And I'm gonna be honest, there's so many ASINs that are potentially breaking the rules. You could find out a reason, right? So here's an example of this Germ Guardian. It's a pluggable UVC. And if you look at this listing, you're like, Josh, they're not breaking any rules. But yes, they are. And I'm gonna explain. But to report them, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to brandregistry.amazon.com. Just make sure you have a trademark and you can utilize this website. You can go to contact brand support, and then there's multiple ways to report them. So you can report if it's a marketplace violation, right? Product not described, incorrect variation, product review violations, or any policy violation on Amazon ever, you can report them here and get that listing removed. But we're going to be focusing on regulatory, compliance, and safety policy violations. So you can report them here as well, and you can fill this out to report them. We're going to fill that out in today's video. Okay, so let's fill this out together to get them potentially removed. Now, there are a lot of people, if you do have a lot of knowledge of the law, then you can report some people on Amazon. And you can also look at Amazon's policies to remove them. But what I know is that UV lights and things like that could be like against, it could be considered like a pesticide or some weird thing. So we're gonna look into that. So you're gonna describe how the product violates the compliance policies, right? And then we're gonna put the ASIN, we're gonna come back to this. So we're gonna get the ASIN. I wanna select the category that it best fits into. And I'm just gonna do chemical products, pesticides. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask ChatGPT or Grok, different AIs. I said, here's the product. I'm gonna copy the title, right? And I'm gonna say, does it violate or could violate any regulatory agency in the USA? And now we're gonna see if this product could violate any agency in the USA. And right now, it's the first one that's coming up is the EPA, okay? So it's saying that the EPA regulates devices that claim to control pests, including microorganisms, under the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act, FIFRA. And it markets itself as a sanitizer that kills germs and reduces airborne bacteria and viruses. Devices using UVC light to make such pesticidal claims are considered a pesticide device by the EPA. So this is a pesticide device. That's how the EPA describes it, and we just learned that really quick. So let's go back to Amazon, and let's provide the URL into a new line. So I'm going to put the URL, and then you're going to put the seller storefront URL so you can see who sells this item, and then put the seller storefront as well. And if you completed a test buy, you can put the test buy order ID in here. And now we're going to select the regulatory agency that enforces the law. And we know it's the EPA. So let's find it. Here they are, the EPA. If you selected other, so you can also select other if they're not on the list. Provide the name or law. And they literally told us it's the FIFRA. And again, this is how you get them. This is how you can get people kicked off for good on Amazon, or at least give them an extremely hard time. Because what Amazon does is they kick them off and then they ask for documentation, which is such a pain because it's such a pain to get back on. It's not like they keep them on and then they ask for documentation. Okay, so we're going to go with this one. So we're going to say, great, we are going with this one. Right? Okay. And then what does Amazon describe how the product violates the compliance policies? Okay. So now we're going to describe. Give me a 3-sentence short and concise reason on. Boom. So I literally just copied it, and I'm just asking it for be more confident. So you got to ask to be more confident. No, could be absolutely certain. Yeah, so this is just to help you report them, right? It's just a great tool because we literally can see, we can utilize the EPA, we can utilize the FTC. So we can use the FDA. So there's a lot of different reasons we can. So let's just wait for Grok to be more confident, and then we'll change this. We can also put this one into ChatGPT if Grok's taking too long and saying, hey, make this more confident. Don't say could. Be like, the germ, whatever, does violate the federal intent, the FIFRA and its Manufacturers Act, right? And then we could report them. Okay, so now we've got a full case against them, and we can also use other, cases if this one doesn't work. But we said it violates the FIFRA. The manufacturer, Guardian Technologies, hasn't registered the production facility with the EPA as required for pesticide devices claiming to kill germs and mold. Additionally, the product claims that it can reduce airborne bacteria, viruses, and mold spores. This is not backed by sufficient evidence meeting EPA standards. It's non-compliant, and then I also put a link of it. So using AI can really help you create a really good case and make your case concise and to the point. This one is beautifully written. We've got the ASIN in here. We've got everything we need. We didn't do a test buy, so we could have done a test buy to help us. And then we can also add attachments as needed. But this is a great way to report people. And then what's going to happen is someone at Amazon is going to review it. Make sure you're following up. You're keeping track of your case log once you do this, so that way you can officially get them removed if they are breaking policies. Now, my final tips is to do a test buy. So if this doesn't work, I do recommend to do a test buy. So make sure you do a test buy, and then you put your order ID in it. Just make sure it's actually delivered before you report them again. You can also escalate it. So if you go back, you can click escalate previously submitted issue right here. So you can escalate it. And then my final tip is to follow up with Amazon. Make sure you're not just submitting it and you're like, I'm done. Make sure you do follow up with Amazon and make sure this does get resolved. Someone's actually reviewing this, because this is a lot of work for Amazon, and someone might just be like, I don't feel like doing this, and just deny it. So just make sure that you are on top of it. And that's it for today's video. What's your take on reporting competitors for regulation violations? Let's discuss it in the comments. If you learned something new, drop a like, and if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel, because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need any help with increasing sales, anything mentioned in this video, or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. We also offer a highly sought after infringement service where our dedicated team at our company conducts a thorough audit of all of the listings, your listings, all of the competitors, and ensures unauthorized sellers are removed from Amazon and other major platforms. Our team actively reports and monitors violations across Amazon, every single country on Amazon, eBay, Walmart, Alibaba, AliExpress, Temu, Wish, Etsy, Google, and more. We'll get them all removed for you and monitor it manually. And of course, we're going to be sending you weekly reports so you can stay up to date on those infringement competitors we're getting removed. For complete brand protection, check out our infringement service. The link is right in the description. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.